Hi guys, and welcome back to I'll Read What She's Reading. This is Michaela.
I'm Kennedy.
And I'm Reggie.
And today we'll be discussing all things
ACOTAR.
ACOTAR. This has been a long-awaited episode. We have debated back and forth when the best time was to do this, but we think there's no better time than right now. So
yes. If you haven't read the ACOTAR series as a whole,
yeah.
I mean, we know there's another book coming, but if you haven't read up to A Court of Silver Flames,
goodbye.
Come back to this because it would be way too hard for us to avoid spoilers for certain books. So this is your warning to come back to it after you've read.
We also debated if we wanted to do the first book of the ACOTAR series as a book club, but we couldn't figure out.
We could not have kept the spoilers or been neutral.
Yeah, it would be too hard to be like, yeah, Tamlin
is the best.
He's the best.
If you haven't left yet, really, you gotta leave. We love you and we don't want to spoil it for you.
So bye. Okay.
What would you guys give the ACOTAR series as a whole, all together, out of 5 stars?
Probably 4.
Okay.
4.25.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. Maybe closer to 4.
I kind of wanted to say 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean I ate up every single second. It's hard to rate a series as a whole because I don't know. I don't know. I'd say 4.75 or 5.
I would say 4.75. I think that's what I rated Throne of Glass. Yeah. And I stand by that. Both of them are 4.75. Only because, I'll just say this now, didn't love the novella. It was cute. But and I loved A Court of Silver Flames. But I just couldn't get behind the cringy sex scenes, you guys. It was too much for me. So for that reason, it is 4.75 stars for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Loved it. All right.
Let's chat. Best book in the series.
Well, we're all going to agree.
I think A Court of Mist and Fury is the best one. That I enjoyed that one more as a whole. Did I enjoy ACOWAR and ACOSAF? I really, really love those books. But I don't know. A Court of Mist and Fury is my favorite. It evoked a lot more emotion for me.
Same. It's my comfort book.
Yes, it is.
Same?
Yeah.
But here is my one thing. And you guys are going to be like, wow, I can't believe that. A Court of Silver Flames may have been my favorite book. I felt like at times A Court of Silver Flames, the sex was put before the plot.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't really get behind that. And sometimes the sex scenes made me a little bit. Honestly, if that wouldn't have been in there, it might have been my favorite book just because I feel like it just made me so much more emotional. But yeah, Akhmoff. She's good.
Akhmoff.
I think of Akhmoff daily. So.
And right after the series, I would read, which chapter is it? Not the iconic sex scene. 54. The one before. 54? Yeah?
Yeah.
I would read 54 almost daily, for a few months after I finished it, just because it was
Well, that feeling you get reading that for the very first time.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing like... I hadn't... at that point in my reading journey, I hadn't read anything quite like that.
Mm-mm.
So...
Yeah, Akhmoff was just... Yeah. I love her. But this is kind of switching the subject for a second. I would like to address something with you, Michaela.
With me?
Yeah. I remember having this conversation with you at the end of the first book, you guys, when Rhysand... Okay, backing up a second. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Why?
I realized I shouldn't have said anything.
No. I love that you said something because then I felt really smart that I figured it out. So basically, me and Michaela were talking one day and she had obviously read Throne of Glass prior to reading ACOTAR, which if you guys feel like this is a spoiler, let me know. I don't think it is. In all of SJM's book, I'm pretty sure that mates are involved. Would you say?
I think so.
So Michaela had kind of brought up this topic of mates in a conversation. And I remember her and Tamlin, Feyre and Tamlin, walking through the garden and Tamlin bringing up this topic of mates. And then Michaela was talking to me about mates, whatever. And then at the end of the book, when Rhysand makes this weird face at Feyre, I immediately was like, they're mates. I know they're mates because literally why else would this author bring in this conversation of mates? And then Rhysand makes this freaking weird face at her. They are totally mates.
Yeah, but I feel bad because I feel like you did figure it out, but you didn't quite understand like what mates were. And I feel bad because we really hadn't been ACOTAR hadn't really brought in mates besides that one conversation with Tamlin.
Yeah. I think it made my experience better.
Okay. I'm glad. I'm sorry.
I feel like it totally made it better.
See, I'm sure I think there was a moment where I kind of was just thinking that it could come up in the second book. I didn't think anything really about it at all in the first book. So, I mean, I remember the conversation he had with Feyre where he's talking about mates. I don't know. I really think maybe it's just because I was so new to fantasy. I was just trying, like, maybe looking into the wrong things.
Yeah.
I personally didn't see it coming.
I felt like a genius. So thanks for making me feel smart, Michaela.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Anytime.
And here, the crazy thing is I don't know if because I loved the book so much or because it was like not a traumatic experience, but I remember where I was when I started ACOTAR. I just feel like I can remember everywhere I was when I read that book. My husband was getting his wisdom teeth out. I was sitting in the waiting room waiting for him to get his wisdom teeth out.
I could tell you things too. It's just they have such an impact, I think, just because of how. And I mean, people will say like SJM overhyped. There's a reason it's hyped.
Haters.
There's a reason it's hyped. So
I don't think she could ever write anything that I would be like, I'm not going to read that.
Yeah.
I
love how her mind, I don't know how her mind works, but I love how it works.
So she's a dirty girl after.
But here's the one thing I will say. I'm a little bit nervous about the next ACOTAR book because I hope it's not just like straight up smut. Yeah. I want it to be, I want like what, there was obviously sex scenes in Akhmoth, obviously, but I feel like Court of Silver Flames just like took it one step too far. Like it almost was too much and overshadowed the plot a little bit for me.
I like when it's more intentional.
Yeah.
I know some people read for smut. I don't.
A fantasy book, I feel like, should be way more plot heavy.
I feel like it should have had, if it would have had the same amount as Court and Mr. Fairy, I feel like it would have been people's favorite.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because we still, I don't know. It's hard to depict how she would have done it without it. Because I feel like Nesta was just kind of
dirty girl.
Dirty girl. In the motions. She wasn't feeling anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that was kind of her way of explaining. She was just doing it to
feel something.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. Best moments. Best moments from the book. What were your guys' face? I can't speak right now.
Other than like the iconic moments.
Okay, here's a favorite moment that I love. So when Feyre is in the bog, I don't know. Do you guys know this? When she's in the bog, or she's interacting with the bog in the first book.
Yes.
Oh.
And she's like supposed to be thinking of happy things. Do you guys know what she thinks about? She thinks of an endless starry sky. I like that. It wasn't a favorite moment when I was reading it because I didn't really think anything of it. But then after I heard that, I was like, wait, that's really cool.
Isn't there also like a pool of stars on Tamlin's property?
Yeah. And everyone's like, why is that in the spring court?
And she also has berries.
I honestly should read both ACOTAR and Throne of Glass again just to see how much foreshadowing happens in the books, because you don't catch that the first time around. Like I would have caught that the first time around.
Yeah.
Because
I want to read them again so badly, but there's so many books to be read.
Too many. I loved when Cassian gave Nesta that, like, it's not a jukebox,
little music box thing.
I cried.
That was so
that's
sweet.
Really sweet.
It's so, yeah.
Cassian, this big burly guy, but he's a little sweetie.
He's a little softy.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, I have another favorite moment. Can I?
Yeah,
I do too.
I remember when I just remember sitting in my upstairs room and Kyle was playing video games, and it's the meeting with all the High Lords. And I remember when Tamlin walks in, and what does he say? Something about, like, something sexual about Feyre.
The sound.
Yeah, the sound she makes.
Yeah.
And I remember my mouth detached from my body, hit the floor. And Kyle, like, looks at me. He's like, what just happened? Anyways, and then when
Azriel
comes
says,
up, he's like, be careful how you speak about
my high lady. I love it.
Yeah.
Did we growl good enough for that?
Be careful.
We've learned.
I'm trying to think. There was some, like, well, it was most, I don't know, it's kind of hard to, I think when Feyre and Lucian were escaping from the Spring Court.
Oh, yeah.
And Azriel and Cassian
Save them.
Fighting off Lucian's brothers.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty epic. Like, I was like,
let's
go.
Well, and I like, yeah.
LMG.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
no, I love that. I also just loved when Lucian decides he's going with Feyre.
Yeah.
Too. Because it's like,
You can tell that man's unhappy.
he's so,
So
he
unhappy.
really is so, like, loyal to Tamlin. And then he gets that moment where he's like, I could stay here, but I could also go and check on my mate.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So
Love that. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a
Love
second.
that.
But I just like love that moment where he's like, I'm gonna go with you. I'm like, okay.
This isn't like a least favorite moment, because I know we're gonna get to that, but like, can we talk about how Rhysand died for a page?
I remember you reading that page. We were all together when we read those pages.
Yeah, and why? Like, literally, he's resurrected on the next page.
It wasn't long
No,
enough.
that was
Yeah.
it. Maybe I was just
It
like,
was like
I wanted to be.
and then yeah, you wanted to feel it a little longer.
Yeah, I wanted to be like a little bit more emotional.
Like almost as it was final. Like
Yeah.
almost a little bit more final.
Yeah,
than
because now I kind of feel like I've lost trust in SJM, where I feel like she's never gonna kill anybody off. You guys watching the next book, she's gonna be like, "You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Everybody's dead."
big bomb goes off.
I would be absolutely shook to my core if she did that.
Everybody's dead. This
I think
was
all
all
of
a
us would
dream.
be sobbing.
This was all a dream. Feyre dreamed up in her little cottage.
Stop! That's literally the most unoriginal ending for any book. When people are like, it was all a dream.
Also, we will talk about, I just want to do a little insert.
Yeah.
We're not going to be talking about ACOTAR SJM universe series yet. So don't comment any on our YouTube or TikToks, because
This
we
is
have
strictly ACOTAR.
Yes, because we have not finished Crescent City yet.
We haven't even started it.
Haven't started it. So don't spoil anything for us. But we will get to it, and we will get your guys' theories. But anyways, I just wanted to insert that. So
Yeah, because we do want to get into theories in this episode.
Yeah.
So.
yes.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No.
let's continue
I
on.
like that little PSA. Back to favorite moments. I just have to say, I loved In a Court of Silver Flames the interactions between Azriel, Cassian, and Nesta when they're all living together, and all of Azriel's little witty comments.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that.
We need more about him. Everybody says that.
I'm like in love with Azriel, but I don't know why.
I think everyone's like in love with him for some reason.
Not me.
You don't like him?
No, I do, but he's like my least favorite bat boy.
Okay. That's true. I mean, I would say the same thing.
Yeah, I would say the same thing too, but I'm just like,
but I love
him.
I mean, yeah,
I love my bat boys.
Yeah. Except when he friggin' re-gifts the necklace.
Oh,
I just don't understand. Like, hopefully we'll understand, but I'm like, that doesn't make you look too good, bro.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's also fair. That's not in the books. You have to have the exclusive edition of the bonus chapter. So if you guys didn't know this, there's a bonus chapter.
There's actually several.
Exclusive to Barnes and Noble.
Yeah. You can find them on Reddit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I should say that, but you can find them on Reddit.
And TikTok. That makes us dislike him just a little bit. I maybe wish she didn't write that.
Yeah, I wish she wouldn't have put that in there because it makes no sense.
Do you want to explain what he does? Or he just basically...
Sure. Yeah. Basically, what happens is Asriel has this necklace that... Because we all know he's a simp for Elaine, right?
Yeah.
So he goes and he gives this necklace to Elaine. And Elaine's basically like, nah, I'm good.
No.
Yeah.
No. Rhysand stops them.
Yeah, but didn't she not want it?
No, she did.
She did?
I thought so. But then...
And now I don't know...
I'm pretty sure she's like, we shouldn't do this. We shouldn't do this. And they're about to kiss. And so he hadn't given it to her yet. And then Rhysand stopped them. And then Rhysand was like, I need to speak to you.
Either of those two. Still.
She didn't receive the necklace.
Yeah, anyways. She doesn't receive the necklace either from Rhysand saying, yo, bro, come here. Or her saying, nah, bro, I'm good. And then he goes and gives the necklace to Gwen.
Yeah.
And I would protect Gwen at all costs. I think there's going to be
some beef. She's going to walk past and see Gwen wearing the necklace.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. And then Gwen's going to be like, oh, I'm second choice?
Yeah.
I think there's going to be some sort of...
Triangle of love.
Triangle thing.
I'm excited to get into that.
Guess we'll see.
I guess that's the least favorite moment, right?
I saw a TikTok that said that everybody... that there was an announcement on SJM's website that the next book was in...
Moore's perspective?
No, it was like some random side character.
I heard a theory that
but then it was taken off her website.
The next book is going to be similar to how like Tower of Dawn was. So like Moore was gone for like most of A Court of Silver Flames.
I would absolutely hate that.
I would actually too.
And they're going to put the next book as there's and I don't know if this is really a theory or someone was just like saying like, oh, LOL, what if the next book is just Moore's perspective of where she was the whole time during A Court of Silver Flames?
No. I'm sorry.
No one cares.
I would... Sorry. Love you more.
You're great. But I don't know. Sorry.
Where was she?
Yeah, I don't know. She really was gone for most of...
She was doing like... She's going out to other like courts and like trying to get them brought together. Like almost like signing treaties and stuff. Yeah. Remember?
Yeah, I don't care to hear about that.
I don't either.
Yeah. I don't know. Interesting though. But
least favorite moments?
Least favorite moments. Oh wait, favorite moment though. I mean, this everyone's favorite moment. I just love the surreal.
Yeah.
Surreal.
Yeah. I don't know how you say it. Surreal.
Surreal.
I don't know.
Surreal.
Love him.
I just love every moment with the surreal. So I just had to put that in there.
Stay with us.
Least favorite moments when the surreal died.
Actually, that wrecked me. SJM does kill characters, apparently. Just kidding. She killed the cereal.
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 She kills the cereal. She kills the cereal. Surreal. How do you say? I don't know.
I think it's surreal.
Surreal.
Everyone's like, okay, stop.
We're sorry.
No, that wrecked me. I also love when, why did I just literally forget her name? Goes to the Weaver's cottage and. Why did I forget her name?
Ianthe.
Oh yeah.
Or Ianthe?
Xanthi?
Yeah. Xanthi?
I think it's Ianthe.
Well, we looked up the when we were driving to Harry Styles. We did
it was Xanthi, but I don't think
it was Xanthi, but in the audiobook it's
Ianthe.
We're gonna go with Ianthe.
That's a lot better.
She was the worst.
Hated her.
When she has to smash her own hand. I was like,
yeah! She's violent. She's in the Burton book.
Yeah.
I hate a ugly slut. Actually though.
Literally though. Yeah, and then when she was trying to seduce Solution,
right? A slutty little girl.
Oof.
I mean, if you like to seduce people, we're not judging you, but just her, that character.
We don't like her. Yeah, she's not okay. She's unwell. Oh, let's talk about, okay, The riddle.
I'm so dumb.
I did not know.
I thought the answer was the bog.
A little far
Wait,
off.
should we read the?
Read the riddle. Read the riddle.
Is the bog? Is that
literally,
a thought?
as soon as she said the riddle, I was like, well, I have no effing clue.
But so many people are like, it was so easy.
I'm like, shut up.
They're lying.
I was thinking way too hard about it.
Honestly,
I was like,
I don't know if I gave it another thought. Like I read it and I was like, okay, cool. And then she kept going.
Should I read the riddle?
Yeah, read
I'm
it.
never gonna.
There are those. Wait.
Sorry.
There are those who seek me a lifetime, but never we meet, and those I kiss, but who trample me beneath ungrateful feet. At times I seem to favor the clever and the fair, but I bless all those who are brave enough to dare. By large, my ministrations are soft-handed and sweet, but scorned I become a difficult beast to defeat. For though each of my strikes lands a powerful blow, when I kill, I do it slow. I thought it was the bog.
Nope,
Now that
never
I'm
would've
reading
gotten
that,
love.
I'm thinking,
No.
I thought it was the bog. Maybe
Maybe
that doesn't make sense.
Maybe with the first two lines, but after that,
I was gonzer.
gone.
Anything with riddles, I'm so dumb.
Same.
I would have never survived Amarantha's challenge.
I mean, we could have defeated
And
the
I
At
word.
least you could read.
I can read.
What's that line from Zoolander? The school for kids who can't read good.
Oh,
You know what I'm
I
talking
know what you're
about?
talking about. I can't
It's like
remember.
some long, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it just reminded me of.
I
Trying to
just
think of
remember
my-
reading that whole Under the Mountain, just being like,
It felt like it was 2 seconds long.
Oh,
Like it was so
no.
fast.
I feel like so much happened in the first book.
so much.
I can't wait to read it again. Seriously,
Well, you might
I'm
have
so excited.
time. 2025, whenever the next book comes out.
I know I have to read it again before the next book comes out, or I feel like I don't want any details to just go over my head, you know.
Yeah.
So
We're analyzers now of SJM's books.
also, can we talk about Reese not telling Feyre that she's going to die?
I'd chalk that in a least favorite moment. Yeah.
It really made me dislike him. That book made me dislike him a little bit.
Well-
And that's because we do just get Feyre's perspective in the first. And he
then-
is a morally gray character.
He really is.
Yes.
So he's not a nice person.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, he's nice to Feyre, obviously. And when it's
Yeah.
in Feyre's perspective, he's put on this high pedestal.
Yeah.
And it was, super
Well, and there's a
interesting.
lot he sacrifices for like his friends and like the inner circle. Like, I think he is a very loyal.
I think
He
he's
is.
loyal to those that he like loves
Loves.
dearly, but also like he will do whatever it takes to keep them safe, whether it's right or wrong.
Yes.
Yes.
Whereas you take, I can't think of, honestly, a lot of them are morally gray, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You take someone who's, yeah. I was going to say someone from a different book, but I shut my mouth really quick.
Shut y'all.
Yeah.
Mouth. I didn't like it because the whole time Reese was like, we are like equals, like,
Yeah.
and then it's almost like they've never kept secrets from each other. And I feel like that just put like a sour taste in my mouth.
I agree.
I would have
how
loved to have like been more inside of Feyre's head when she sort of discovered all of that, and Nesta
because I would
brought
have
that to light.
pissed.
Well, I'm trying to remember. There's a bonus chapter from Rhysand and Feyre's perspective as well in A Court of Silver Flames, but I don't remember.
Like at what point?
I literally don't remember what happens in
I
the
don't
chapter.
remember.
But yeah, I agree with you, Michaela. It just kind of left a sour taste in my mouth, and I was like, in what world? Why? I'm trying to understand why he would do that. Like, and
I
also
mean,
the
he
fact that
probably
they
thinks-
tied themselves together. I'm like, are you guys idiots? You're gonna leave your unborn child, your like child with no parents? Why would you?
Well, yeah, I was just trying to
Yeah.
think of it from my perspective. Like, if my
Yeah.
husband knew that I was going to die and he didn't tell me, I'd be really upset.
Well, because there would have to be a moment where like she's about to give birth, she's gonna know she's gonna die. I feel like she would have figured it out. And can you just imagine like the betrayal you would feel right before it's like too late? That's what really bugs me about it. Is like I feel like she would, if the secret would have been kept up until
Yeah. Well,
who knows when.
can you imagine if Nesta wouldn't have known and she didn't know what to do because she's been thinking about it? She would have not been able to save Feyre.
Yeah.
Can I say that I am royally pissed that she loses all her powers? Like, why? Why does she have to lose her powers? I mean,
I feel like that's just a classic.
I hate it.
SJM.
I hate it. You're going to
dumb.
take this woman who was so powerful and then just rip away all her power. Like, obviously.
After she worked so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, let's just take it all away from her. And I know it was kind of like this thing where she had forgiven herself and was whatever rekindling her relationship with Feyre. But I'm like, couldn't we have done that still and her not lose her powers?
Yeah. It's dumb.
It's so dumb. And it's dumb that Rhysand didn't tell Feyre. And I don't, like I said, I tried to think of something that could have justified the reason for him not telling her. And honestly, like, I can't think of one single thing.
Yeah. I mean,
like, why?
I think he wanted to protect her, but still.
She didn't need protecting up until that point from him, apparently.
Exactly.
So.
Anyways, we are very passionate about that scene.
We did a little question box on our Instagram just asking what you guys wanted to have. I don't know, just what you wanted us to talk about.
One person asked the pronunciation of the names. So should we just go through?
Yeah.
All right.
Should we start with Rhysand? Because I feel like that's what
Rhysand.
Not Rhysand.
That's what I thought in the beginning.
Feyre.
What did you call her at the beginning of the... No, Feyre. Did you say something else?
Yeah, it was something you guys, it took me half of the first ACOTAR book to get her name right. And at the beginning, it literally shows how you pronounce her name. Like, she puts it in quotations like somebody was saying her name. And it took me the half the book to understand. I think it was
Feyre,
anyways.
Tamlin,
Nesta,
Lucian,
Surreal.
Amarantha, Surreal,
Amryn, Morgan, Moore,
Cassian,
Tarquin,
Azriel,
Gwen,
Hybern.
yes, the King of Hybern.
That's all his name is. He doesn't have a name. It's just
I can't remember other characters. But I know there's more High Lords that I haven't.
We said Tarquin.
Tarquin.
The Bone Carver.
The Bone
Eris, Baron,
Gwen.
Thessian. Okay, now we're getting to ones that I don't know how to pronounce. Jurian, Emery, Ianthe. Guys, we don't know how to pronounce them either.
Yeah,
you know what? All right.
We're not professionals.
that good.
We're not either.
I'm like Feyre.
Ooh, I like this question. If you ship Gwen and Azriel or Elaine and Azriel, let's talk about this.
Oh, I don't know if I want to.
I'll tell you guys my thoughts. As I don't share any thoughts. I don't really want Elaine and Azriel together. For some reason, I just don't want them together. I want Gwen and Azriel to be together.
Here's the thing. I would be happy either way as long as it's cute, but I still really think Elaine and Azriel would be really cute together.
I would like them.
I would just feel so sad for... I don't know. Well, because there's Lucian in the mix too. Because he says, I don't know. There's so many different things that, like, possibilities that people have, like, said.
Have you guys caught the fact that when... I think you guys have. When Feyre is doing the art on the dresser. So hers is obviously... She does the, like, night court, basically.
Yeah.
Elaine's is, like, the flowers and whatever.
Yeah.
So... There's a theory that she's actually mates with Tamlin.
I would love it.
I hate that so much.
But Lucian is like, I don't know, covering.
Like, he knew when she came out of the cauldron and he's covering for it.
But wouldn't Tamlin have known?
I don't know. I
don't understand how the
Feyre,
cauldron and mating.
They would never let that happen.
I don't know, because I mean, he did save Rhysand's life.
I know, but he also, like, mentally abused Feyre.
I know.
Like, if your sister wanted to get with the guy that mentally abused you, you would not support it. I don't know. There's just so many different things.
Wait, also, isn't Tamlin stuck in his, like, beast form?
No. He was, like, choosing his beast form when he was all depressed.
Yeah.
But remember at the end, in ACOWAR, when he revives Rhysand, he's like in his human form.
Oh yeah, because we don't really hear from him in
Tears.
A Court of Silver Flames at all.
No,
I don't think so. Honestly, I would be okay not hearing from him ever again.
You don't want him to have a redemption arc?
No, absolutely not.
What if the next book is in his perspective?
I might not finish it. I don't know.
I'm interested to see what happens with him, but it's not like something I want a huge storyline with.
I just don't know what's gonna happen. Poor Lucian. There's Tamlin, Lucian, Azriel, Elaine.
It's like this love pentagon.
Emery.
Can I tell you who I do want to be together?
Emery
and Moore.
Yeah. I think they'd be so cute.
I would love nothing more than that. I do want Gwen and Azriel to be together though. I don't know why. I just do.
I honestly, okay, let me just say, my opinion changes depending on the fan art that pops up on my For You page. If it's a fan art of Azriel and Gwen, I'm like, yeah, I love them together. And if it's Azriel and Elaine, I'm like, love them together.
That's one of the reasons why I'm excited to reread the series, because I think I'll have a stronger opinion when I reread it.
I just think about it and I'm like, the fact that Azriel saved Gwen.
Yeah, I love that.
It's
also,
really
like,
cute.
The girl needs a win. I love her. I just love
and I just girls. I just want Azriel to be happy, because the poor guy has just gone through a lot of trauma and heartbreak in his life. I mean, a lot of these characters have, but I just think of his background, of his story, and it just breaks my heart. And then the fact that he was like in love with Moore, and she's just kind of been leading him on a little bit. I just want him to be happy. So
he's gonna be happy with Gwen. Just kidding.
She is.
That was a good question. That's someone said.
So how mad are you gonna be if that's not where it goes?
I'll set the book on fire. No, it would be fine. I just think, I don't know. I don't know.
All I know is there's gonna be, whoever Azriel ends up with, they're gonna have some steamy scenes.
He's got the wingspan.
Yeah, someone said, what do we want us to talk about? And someone said wingspan in all caps. Well, all you need to know is Azriel has the biggest wingspan.
You know what they say about big wingspans? They fly faster.
Okay. Okay.
What else should we talk about?
How everyone loves Elaine, but I feel like I know nothing about her. It's very true.
I wouldn't say I love her. She's just quiet in the corner.
I feel bad for her.
I feel for her in the fact that she just has a very different personality from.
Yeah. Well, and also everything where she was like gonna marry what's his bucket.
Yeah.
And that was
she has gone through a lot of trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, she's the one that killed
the King of Hybern.
And killing anybody.
Mm-hmm.
She's never killed anybody before.
She's just a sweet, delicate flower.
I'm sure she is going through. And let's not forget that she got out of the cauldron, and the first thing she hears, "I'm your mate."
Like, what a whirlwind of emotion.
I just feel for her, and I feel like we do know nothing about her. It's also, I feel the same way about like Azriel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't know a lot about him, but still a lot of people.
That's why might be interesting to see if the next book will be like more inside of her head and more inside of Azriel's head, and then understand them more, and maybe we'll like them better together.
But a part of me is feeling like, what if that's what everybody says? Like, I don't think she's written the book yet. I really don't. What if she's seeing all this and she's like, they're expecting this, but I'm going to do it this way because they're expecting it. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like she's kind of known all along. But
I mean, I think she knows who, and like, I think she know. I don't know.
There's just so many ways the next book could go, and it's going to be a bundle of chaos, and I can't wait. Actually, yeah.
Okay, this is probably going to only hit home if you have daddy issues, but when the dad comes back and the ships are in their name, I cried.
So precious.
Like, I just thought that was such a cute moment, and then 10 seconds later,
why?
He did.
Her deaths are really fast.
Yeah. They're like pretty short-lived.
Yeah.
Decapitation.
Yeah.
Knife to the throat. Or did...
I don't know if we got... I want to say...
I
know the King of Highburn got decapitated, I'm pretty sure.
Did he really?
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know about the dad.
I can't remember.
I want to say yes because Nesta keeps talking about like watching a head roll.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember.
That makes more sense.
But traumatizing.
So traumatizing. But that
was
just,
that was a really
so
sweet moment.
cute. It was so cute. Someone did ask. This is kind of a theory, and I don't have much to add because I honestly haven't really given it much thought. But somebody asked the sisters past. Was their mother maybe a fairy too or descendant?
I think she has to be.
I think so too, because I don't know how they would have gone into the cauldron and not died.
Yeah.
Well, and also the fact that like you're telling me that Feyre and Rhys were mates, but she was just this human in the human lands. How, you know, I think, and plus we don't know the mom's name. We literally don't. And the way she died seems a little suspicious.
How does she die? I don't remember.
They say that she...
Wasn't she sick?
Didn't she get sick?
Was sick from...
Did she give birth?
No.
I think she just got sick.
She just like got sick. I think since we don't know enough about her mom, well, and her mom has always, they talk about the mom, and then the Nesta says a lot of stuff about her too, how, it's really killing me. I wish I could just find the TikTok that was explaining all of this theory. But all I will say is I really do think that her mom is connected to the fairies in some way.
We are planning on doing a whole theories episode
Yeah.
once we read Crescent City, just because I have a feeling that we will have way more theories after reading that book. So stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm. Do we feel bad for Tamlin? Do you feel like he deserves to suffer? I don't feel like he's suffering.
Just kidding. He's depressed.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I would love to see him happy. Like, do I want him to be with Elaine or any of the sisters or any of the inner circle? I mean, probably not. It'd be a very large plot twist if Elaine ends up with Tamlin. But I'd like for him to be happy. He did save Rhysand.
Yeah.
That's true.
Doesn't make up for the emotional abuse,
yeah.
but he did save Rhysand. And he also helped save Elaine.
Yeah. And I do think he feels bad for what he did and how he handled the situation.
I feel bad. We love Tampon. Just kidding. I think I don't know. I just don't want him to end up with Elaine. That's the only thing.
I understand.
Mm-hmm. I think it would stir up a lot of drama, so that's why a part of me thinks it might be true. Because it kind of stirs the pot a bit, but...
Okay, so we're hopping into fan casting, and I think we should start with Feyre first, because she's the first character
that comes to mind
that we're also introduced in the series, correct?
Mm-hmm. Start us off.
Feyre.
Feyre.
My Feyre is, I don't know how to flip and pronounce her name. Why is the name so hard for me to pronounce? I think her name is Alyssa Dihimban.
Michaela's always
she finds
picking the
underground models.
Yeah.
No, it's not she's not a model. She's
I think I know who you're talking about.
This girl.
Yeah. She's who everybody casts as Feyre, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I am not original, and I can't come up with own stuff.
You don't need to be original.
I mean, this is the thing. I swear I see the same ones all the time. What was the name of the girl you did?
Alyssa?
I've also seen this girl. What's her name?
Is it ALYCIA?
This girl. Why can't?
Yeah, that's the same girl.
That's the same girl.
Oh, that's the same girl?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
It sounds like she's the cast.
she's
Yeah, it's so weird because I'm such a visual person when I read books that sometimes I have to like pick a certain celebrity. If I can't picture them myself, I have to picture somebody else. I didn't really do that with this series. I just felt like I could maybe see some sort of fan art in my brain, but I couldn't picture a person. So I don't know, but I've seen people pick her, and I'm like, sure, yeah, she seems
fits.
great.
She fits.
All right, should we do
Rhysand?
Yeah.
Richard?
I think we're all gonna say the same
Diggs.
Not
because
me.
we've talked. Oh, we've talked about this.
That's how I say it. Oh,
It's
I don't know.
what movie is he in?
I think he's just a model.
Oh yeah, he is just a model.
Oh, I spelled that wrong. My bad. 2 seconds. Richard Deiss. I think everyone would gladly have this man be our Rhysand.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm with Michaela on the Rhysand. I haven't seen anyone better
Woo!
than that man.
All right. Okay, should we do the Archeon? How do you say their name?
Archeron?
Archeron?
I don't know actually.
The Archeron sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Nesta. I would cast Phoebe Tonkin. She is in Vampire Diaries, H2O. Do I need to give
That's for
Nesta?
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's who I would actually cast as.
I don't know if I know who
Nesta.
that is.
Yeah, that's who I pictured when I pictured Nesta. Mm-hmm.
Is this girl?
Phoebe Tonkin.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this isn't who I pictured, but I just saw this on TikTok for Nesta. What if you did Sophie Turner, but you did her with like maybe darker hair, not her like platinum blonde hair? I don't know if I love that. I don't know.
To Nick Jonas.
She's the one that's married to Joe
Joe.
Jonas.
I could see it, but you have.
I can't really see it, but I just saw that on TikTok. I thought that was interesting.
I like Phoebe Tonkin and the girl that everybody cast as Feyre because they almost look like real sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that.
Mm-hmm. They look like real sisters. Okay, Elaine.
Oh, I really like this girl. Kristen Stewart. Just kidding.
Is it
It's Kristen
Frosteth or whatever?
Yeah, Fra.
See, I'm telling you, I see this same fan cast
I think
all the time.
we're all in agreement. She would be so good.
Yeah. I can see it.
She's just got this kind of like innocent look about her.
Yeah. Quiet,
Yeah.
very beautiful.
And they all look like they could be related.
Yeah.
I think that
Like it's actually
It looks legit. Like they look like they could be related. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do the new girl. I mean, I see my favorite memes on TikTok are the new girl ones because it's literally just like a Pharaoh with the inner circle. You got the Bat Boys.
Yeah.
You
My
guys,
favorite thing
the
ever.
memes on TikTok are so good.
They bring me
so
life.
good. They're so good.
I've thought about maybe we should create like a story highlight
We should.
of
All the memes.
of ACOTAR memes. I don't know. I just think it would be so funny because I don't think I've laughed harder than at some of those.
It was like The Office.
Yes.
I remember laughing so hard at that one. It was so funny.
I remember the one. What's his name? Where he's in the hot tub with that old man.
Oh, Tran.
Is that his name?
Tran and Nick.
Nick.
Yeah.
And it's like the Archeon sisters
The
in the
cauldron.
cauldron.
He's yeah.
The people, okay, shout out to everyone who makes the ACOTAR meme TikToks.
They're so good.
I don't know how they come up with
You
them
guys
so
are
perfectly. It's like, do you just read the book and you're like, oh, I know the exact scene from New Girl that I'm going to put this to? I don't know. But I'm so impressed and it brings so much joy to my life. So
Kudos to you.
so we got the sisters.
Oh, we did the Bat Boys. Well, we already did Rhysand.
Mm-hmm.
Asriel. Everyone says what's his name? Matthew
Dorizo.
I can see it.
I could see it too. I feel like he needs to be a little older, but maybe he is older now. I mean,
yeah, I
by the
want to
time
see
it
like
happens-
maybe. Yeah, yeah.
I could see it too.
He looks very young in a lot of the clips that I've seen. But
Yeah.
Matthew Daddario. I mean, his
Oh.
last name Daddy.
Daddy.
So you know, Matthew. I think I want to see an updated picture of him. Okay, wait. Here's a better picture of him where he has some scruff on him, which I don't know if Asriel would have like some scruff, but he looks a little older.
But I didn't picture them
see
as
it,
being
Kevin?
old. I didn't picture them being old.
Yeah,
I pictured them being like 25.
Oh yeah.
So
I just think
feel
some
like
of the videos that I've seen clips of
really
him,
young.
like this one, he looks like he's like a baby. 18.
A baby.
Yeah.
Just a
He's 35 though.
Oh. He looks good.
So like for this photo,
yeah. Yeah. I could see it.
I can see it.
Or that
Cassian.
new movie, My Fault,
Mm-hmm.
the Mia Col. He could also be Azrael. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Just needs to be gruffier. I forget. I don't know. But I think he only speaks Spanish.
Cassian.
Kanya? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Are we talking about the same guy? Let's see his photo.
I'm sure he's that guy that
Everyone talks about.
Okay,
Yeah.
his name is Can Yemen.
Yes,
see?
please.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
He is literally the Cassian that everybody casts. I could see maybe if you wanted a more mainstream actor like Jason Momoa, maybe.
No.
No? Like
Jason
maybe.
Momoa is old.
Yeah, I guess he does look a little old.
You know,
What's his age? Let's see. He is 43.
That's crazy.
That man.
see, here's the thing. When they cast the series, okay? Here's what they need to do. And we've talked about this. They need to cast some not well-known actors and actresses, like some nobody people who, one, they don't have to pay as much. Two, we don't associate them with a different movie, TV show.
But I do think you could still get away with Phoebe Tonkin. Like,
oh yeah,
she's not
I'm just saying, like, we're not going to cast like
Tom Holland.
Marvel.
Well, I don't think Phoebe Tompkins that mainstream.
Tom Holland?
No, Phoebe Tompkins.
No, I don't think she is.
I don't think she is either.
No, I think she'd be
Tom
great.
Holland.
I really actually love the three girls, like the three sisters, the fan cast. I think they're perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. Because even like Phoebe in Vampire Diaries, she's kind of like plays this like, yeah, anyways. We're past that. I'm sorry. Okay. Tamlin? I want that guy that's on TikTok that has the long hair that does the thirst trap dances as Tamlin.
Yes.
I want.
You know he would audition. If there were open auditions, he would be like, sign me up.
He's my Tamlin.
I like this guy that I saw on TikTok. I don't know if he's an actual actor. Luke Einzer.
Do you have a picture?
I actually haven't seen like
he's an actor. He's in Tall
like
Girl.
That?
Yeah.
I can see that. That
Yeah,
is
me
Tamlin
too.
in my eyes.
I
picture Tamlin. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No.
I just picture Tamlin looking, and I think you guys can agree with me, how the Beast in Beauty and the Beast would look like when he turns human.
Yeah.
The long, but not what's his bucket from the live action Beauty and the Beast, but
yeah.
No, I think I'd
him.
I
see him.
to find anyone that I like envision.
All I want is, I really want, when they cast him for reals, I want him to be freaking hot.
Yeah.
Like, I want him to be
like a burly guy.
Yeah, I want him to be like, I want to drool over him, even though I don't like
You're not supposed to.
you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because if we would have had no idea, obviously I knew. TikTok spoiled it for me in the fact that I knew Rhysand was.
Yeah, and that's. Yeah, see, I knew that.
I mean, I didn't like know the story, but like, if I probably would have fallen in love with Tamlin, but I was like,
For sure.
this is a side thing, ain't a main thing.
I remember Kennedy texting me and be like, "What do you think of Rhysand?" And I didn't know if you knew that I knew that Rhysand was gonna be like I knew he was gonna become the love interest just from what I knew and had seen on TikTok. And I was all like, "Oh," but I didn't know what you knew because I didn't know how far. I can't remember how far ahead you were at that point.
I successfully evaded all spoilers for ACOTAR on TikTok until after I had finished ACOTAR.
That's incredible.
I know. I didn't know who Rhysand was.
What the fuck?
That's why I'm saying, get off TikTok. Just kidding. TikTok's the best.
I love TikTok.
Also, same with Throne of Glass though. Like, I didn't know who the love interest was gonna be. So later on, I got spoilers, but it's fine. Anybody else?
Lucian.
Oh yeah.
I've seen people cast Drew Van Acker.
Do you have a picture of that one?
He's on Pretty Little Liars.
As who?
Lucian.
I don't like
Absolutely.
that.
I don't like that. I've seen him a couple of times. It's really hard. Like, there's not a lot of like redheaded actors, I feel like.
KJ Appa.
KJ, yeah, but he's like a fake redhead, isn't he? So yeah, he pops up all the time as Lucian. I'm like,
honestly
sorry,
though, like I
I'm
could
not
kind
trying-
of see KJ Appa a little bit, like more so than that guy.
Red hair
actors. I mean, I know people can dye their hair.
I know.
Yeah.
But
I mean, yeah, we know that. Blake Lively did.
you know, I know that if I were to audition for this series, that they wouldn't cast me as anyone that is like fae or human. So this is my audition to be the Suriel.
I mean,
stay with the High Lord.
I don't know. I feel like Lucian's gonna be a really hard character to cast. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Okay, I will rapid fire more.
Oh, I know who I want more.
Claire Holt,
Yeah, she could be good.
and then Amryn.
Okay, this one actually is kind of a serious more though, for real. Even though
I know
she's
what
so
you're gonna say.
Marvel.
Florence Pugh.
Yeah, Florence Pugh.
That's who I would pick.
Yeah.
She'd be good. She could be good. And then Amryn Hae-Jun. She's in what is it called?
Squid Games?
Squid Games. She's the girl.
I never watched that.
I mean, she does look really young. That's the only thing.
Yeah, she's a little young.
She needs to, I don't know, maybe she'll be older.
This girl actually could be Amryn. Gemma Chan. Do you guys know who she is?
Ooh, yeah.
She could
I like her.
Yeah. So
Stunning.
She's in Eternals, right?
she sure is. And there's our fan casts.
All right, guys. This was our ACOTAR episode. I'm sorry, things were a little chaotic. But we are excited to dive into theories once we finish the Crescent City. So keep on the lookout for in a few months when we do like a question pop story thing about like your theories, and we'll kind of talk about them. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed the chaotic ACOTAR episode.
We could talk about ACOTAR all day. So
And maybe one day there'll be a part 2. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe when the next few books come
there's
out.
always a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, follow us on TikTok and Instagram. Our usernames are What She's Reading Pod. Review and comment on our podcast episodes. And we also have YouTube videos. I don't know if you guys are only listening, but you can go check out our stuff on YouTube. And that's all.
That's the spiel. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.